What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today we're here to talk about Boku no Hero Chapter 185. And wait a minute, did I just say we're here to talk about Boku no Hero? Wow, I don't even think I covered a chapter of this series this year, so that's interesting. But it still feels good to sit down and chat with you guys about this series again because I absolutely love it. And with the summer season coming up and things looking a little bit light, it might be some room to actually work in covering this weekly because I really want to again. But anyway, not only are we here to talk about chapter 185, I want to focus in particular on one aspect of this chapter, and that is I would say the grand introduction of the resident number 2 hero, Wing Hero Hawks. I mean, we've seen him before, we've heard about him, but this is the first time that we've actually got a little bit more about him as far as his personality, more than besides just seeing how he looks. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm not gonna say I don't like Hawks. In fact, I'm loving him. I'm loving him so far. But I don't know. I sense some type of shadiness about him, or a possible shadiness. More like, not like villain shady, but more along the lines of self-serving. Like, this guy is probably still out for himself. He only cares about himself, but he's smart enough to play the game and make things work into his favor. He's kind of reminded me of Pariston Hill from Hunter x Hunter, where he's playing the role and he's playing the audience to make them think that he's just this big bright hero, where he may just be an anti-hero, or he may just actually be out for himself, but he knows that if he blatantly displays that, that's gonna have everybody turn their knives on him. And then, you know, there's always that one topic in Boku no Hero with the traitor that everybody likes to accuse everybody of being of, going all the way down to Achiko, to Invisible Girl, to whoever shows up. And I know when Horikoshi finally reveals that, it's going to be somebody that's right under our noses. So when we get things that are a little bit on the dark and shady side, like we're seeing with this character and this arc, it kind of makes me raise my eyebrows a bit. Now again, Hawks is the current number 2 hero, and much like his winged appearance that looks cool, by the way, I very much like his look and his appearance and everything about him. He's a free spirit, and when we get to hear his voice in the anime, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed if he doesn't have like a laid-back voice. Like, come on, really? I don't want to. This is kind of how I hear him. I hear him as just like this laid-back type of dude that is great, and he knows he's great, but everything just seems like a bother to him. And that's the thing about this character. When the hero rankings is announced, and we know that Endeavor is number 1, Hawk has no problem sticking it to the system. He went right in as, you know, all the heroes are going up and they're saying, you know, I want to vow to do this and I want to help clean up the city. Hawks called it like it is right in the conference. And this is why I'm saying this guy is almost as he's a puppet master, because he was like, this is a farce. This is a circus. You know, everybody's getting up here saying exactly what people want to hear. And this isn't what we need to focus on. This isn't what we need to go on right now. You guys are basing this off of all of these different factors, but the biggest thing that should be important to everybody is hero approval rating. If the people aren't behind you, if the people don't approve of you, then you're not a hero. It's like the people have to love and admire you as well. And if Endeavor's number 1, that shows you that this system is broken. I mean, come on, we all hate this guy, and we do. We know that Endeavor is... he's getting better, but we know Endeavor isn't the nicest person. We know Endeavor isn't the most approved person. And Hawks is like, I have a better rating than him, but yet I'm sitting at number 2. So how is this right? This isn't worth my time. I'm out of here. I'm sorry. I know I rattled everybody's feathers, but I just had to say it. I just couldn't sit there on my tight lip and let this go anymore. And that definitely ruffled the feathers of everybody in the conference. And boy, Endeavor did not like that. He did not like being upstaged at all. And Endeavor tried to save face. You know, he tried to do his best to give a speech that's still going to inspire everyone. But now Hawks has everybody questioning, like, this is what's left in the void of the hero of justice, the symbol of peace, all might being gone. Then we're in trouble. And that's kind of weighing heavy on everybody. And Endeavor doesn't like this guy one bit. He straight up grabbed him up by his collar outside, like, what are you doing, you idiot? And Hawks is smart. He's a smart man. He squirreled up a little bit, and I think he was just acting. And Endeavor, he got some smarts too. Endeavor's look like, I don't know if this guy's just playing around with me or if he's serious. But Hawks confessed to Endeavor, like, look, I don't want to be the top dog like that. I don't want to be number 2. I'm okay with being number 20, number 30. As long as I'm out here saving the people, it's fine with me. But you, oh powerful Endeavor, you are groomed to be this #1 hero after All Might. You are everything that they want. And that is why I want to recruit you, my friend. And this is where the shadiness starts to come in, because Endeavor was done with him. He didn't want to hear anything else from this guy anymore. But this is when the wheels start turning with Hawks, because he reveals to Endeavor that he noticed something. He noticed something really big, and it's going to shake things up, because Horikoshi said that this started from this arc. This is going to change the entire series from here on out. So I'm expecting big things, and I think Endeavor is going to have a very big role in this. He might even be the main character in this. Of course, we know we're not going to push this kids aside, but we might see him in a more central focused role. And what Hawks discovered was really big indeed. And this is where things get interesting, because I feel like they're grooming this to actually be Endeavor's arc. I mean, I'm not going to put Shakis aside, but he's going to have a very big role in all this. But this is where Hawk starts to play his game, per se, that I feel, because he reveals to Endeavor that he discovered a Nomu that can talk. What? Are you kidding me? An intelligent Nomu that looks like it has a warp ability? No. We don't need a smart Nomu in our lives right now. We don't need a smart Nomu, because those things, when they were stupid, were horrible enough. Now we got one that, again, you know, these things can have multiple powers, and we're gonna have one that can talk, that looks like it's gaining some type of intelligence, that's probably gonna get smarter and smarter and smarter as it goes along. But the thing that is worrying me about this is that if maybe Hawks was just smart enough to run away, but why didn't he take any type of action on this? Why did he secretly go to Endeavor for help for this instead of alerting anybody else? And that's why I think he's spinning this little game where he's going to send Endeavor in, and if Endeavor takes this thing down, then yay, he gets credit for it because he's there too. But he's probably going to sit back and take all the credit for it while being a good guy. But underneath it all, he's kind of like, it's no way I'm going to face this thing. I'm going to go get the strongest hero I can find and take this thing out. My rating is going to go up just for being there. You know, it's kind of like similar to what we see in One Punch Man. He's going to take advantage of the situation, and that is why, you know, I sense a little bit of shiftiness about him. And again, it's not that I'm saying that he's absolutely evil, or am I? But he's definitely out for himself. And it's little things like this that's throwing up flags for me that makes me ask the question, can Hawks be trusted? I mean, can he really be trusted? Because in the end, he knows that Endeavor is going to clean this up, just like I said. And he's going to take opportunity to take advantage of that. So, and he's also mysterious as well. With him being the #2 hero, he has to have some scary type of power or some type of broken power, and that's what we're going to get into now. So what is Hawk's ability? That's the second half that I want to get into in this video. And look at it, your boy's actually doing an analysis video. I don't do these type of things because I usually just don't think of things off the fly, but when I have a topic I can actually build and work upon, that's when the fun starts to come in, especially with a series like this where my comic book knowledge could come into play. Because if Hawks is the #2 hero, he has to have some type of broken power or some type of super strong power. If I had to think of something off the top of my head, maybe he has healing. Maybe that's why he saved so many heroes and people. Maybe that's why his approval rating is so high. Maybe because he can act as a medic as well as fight on the field. We'll just have to know about that. But the first thing that I thought about is a hero that a lot of people laugh at, and that's Angel from the X-Men series. But a lot of people laugh at Angel, but if you think about it, the wings that Angel has gives him the qualities of a bird. And when you put that onto a human, you got a lot of things that you don't think about. I mean, that can give him strength. That can give him, you know, flight. It can give him durability. It can enhance his flexibility and agility. It can increase his hearing. It can increase his eyesight. He is basically more like Hawkman, probably. Like Hawkman in DC is a better interpretation of a winged character than Angel from X-Men. But I think that maybe Hawks has that type of ability where just having those wings on him, with them being natural, with them being part of his body, it probably enhances him in every way. And when you're dealing with that, then yeah, he might be strong enough to lift things more stronger than the average human. He might be able to heal, like I'm saying. He might be able to heal himself, or he might be able to heal others. Maybe he has that type of ability, and that's why, you know, the wings come in. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but at the very least, him having those wings, you know, it increases his metabolism, which makes him more muscular. It's a lot of things you can do than just fly with wings. So I'm interested in seeing what Horikoshi has up his sleeve for Wing Hero Hawks. And again, he's #2 for a reason. So I think these wings are probably going to be a more along the lines of things that straight up enhances him to the point where he could be strong enough to lift and throw things, fly at super speed, super hearing. just thinking about what Hawks could be capable of is already making him one of my top heroes. If he is a hero. But again, we'll just have to see. Also, this Nomu that showed up, is this Shigaraki's work, or are we going to get introduced to a new villain? Because they kept who was talking to it in a little bit of a mystery there, and it looks like he actually had the teleport ability from Kurogiri. So Shigaraki's definitely still at work, but is this a new player that was recruited into the League of Villains, or is this just him, you know, just biding his time, becoming the villain that will ultimately face Deku? But another thing, as we get back to Hawks and the reason why I don't trust him, you guys remember when they started talking about this guy, I think it was last chapter, where everybody was like, hey, Tokuyami, this was the guy that you worked with in your internship, right? You should be excited. And Tokuyami wasn't too keen on Hawks. He was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't pass his internship at all. It's like he didn't have any love for this guy. And he didn't reveal why, you know, things went sour with Hawks. But somebody like Tokuyami, if he didn't really have like an excited or, you know, a favorable impression of a hero, he may have seen something that Hawks did, or he may be giving something off from his personality that could very well back up if this guy can be trusted or not. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about for this chapter and for Hawks altogether. Again, I just wanted to sit down and talk about the character. Definitely loving the design. Got that little bit of shadiness to him where we don't know what's going on, and he could very well be out for himself. And also I wanted to talk about his abilities as well. I mean, at first glance, seeing a guy with wings, you don't think he could do anything, but you have to go into, you know, comic book lore. You have to go into nature and see that just having those wings on his back can make him very broken. And I cannot wait to see how broken he is. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. So if you like the video, go ahead and drop it a like. If you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's now a shortage of content for you guys to indulge on his channel. Again, I really do want to dive back into Boku no Hero Academia, so definitely your feedback will be appreciated on that. Definitely hit the bell so whenever I do drop a video, you can be notified when those videos come out. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, which shows you listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. Hawks, hero or menace? Let me know. And on that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.